In this video, I'm going to continue where I left off from the last video, sharing with you in a vlog what I do on a day-to-day basis. It is early in the morning, June 17th. I just want to share with you all what I get to look at every morning. You can see the cantaloupes are doing well. I'm going to go up closer so you can see we've got more fruit on the vine. We've got two down here. One look like it's been pollinated right there. Another one. Oh my goodness, I didn't see these yesterday. Look guys, 1, 2, 3. I get happy with the simplest things. And that one is getting really big. I don't see any more on this. Oh, there's one. Look like it's been pollinated. You see it? There's one right there, and then one right there. I hope these were pollinated. Anyway, I just want to share that with you. So this is what I get to see every morning. I'm going to pop a picture in of my daughter and myself. January, we went to Indiana for my brother's 70th birthday party. We went on vacation. And we had a heart-to-heart talk. And she said, Mom, I love you, and I'm not trying to boss you, but you've got to slow down in the garden because we see things that you don't see, and you're tired. And that's when I started the 30 minutes working in the garden every day, and I set an alarm because this young lady will come out and say, Mom, I think you've done enough. And it took me a while to admit it, but she was absolutely right. I was overdoing it and couldn't hardly do anything else. You see, when you love gardening, when you go out and you see the fruit of your labor and how well your garden has transitioned, especially from seeds to it bearing fruit, you just lose track of time. And there's a scientific reason for that. I'm not a scientist, but I'll explain the best way I know how. When your feet and your hands touch soil, it releases a hormone in your brain called serotonin. It's like an antidepressant. So even when I'm not feeling well, I can come out here, observe my garden. I'm looking for pests. I'm deadheading flowers so that more of these African daisies will grow. I do that all over. I'm observing. For example, this lettuce right here is going to seed. It'll start turning bitter. So I'll just let it go to seed, but I'll harvest most of the black-seeded Simpson lettuce right here before it goes to seed, so it will taste better. So I'm observing everything. Right here is another eggplant that was getting a lot of rain. You see that right there? That little crack, sun scald. It's okay because the weather is getting better now. We're going to get less rain and we're going to get more hotter temperatures. Guys, I spoke too soon. Right after I recorded this part of the video, we got a flash flood warning, and in fact, we've had it for 2 days. So let me step back and just show you what I'm looking at. Now I'm going to go around here. You can see this is my little okra row area right in here. And I'm going to make sure that I harvest the okra now every morning so that I don't let any more get too hard. And I got 3 containers with okra in it over here. Okay, so I'm going to go around. Let's put this down here. And I'm going to go all the way down here. See if we got any more okra. You know about the ones I'm letting go into seed over here. I see a nice little pod I can get right here. That one I'll get tomorrow. I can get this one today. I can get this one. Yeah, it's time, guys. I'm going to be getting the okra every day. I'm going to get this one before I forget it. Look over here and see if I need to harvest any peppers. Nope. Got a lot of eggplant. I told y'all, I still got about 10 of them on the vine over here. That's 2 right there. That's 2 right there. And then we have some smaller ones. Let's go over in this corner. My beautiful flowers. This is my prayer area. I'm a deadhead a few of those flowers over there. Let's walk over here. Let me turn around and show you that the black-eyed peas, you see them? Let me go down here so you can see them. They're getting taller. And these are the pink-eyed cow peas. They're growing really well. I can't move this container because it's so heavy, but I'm gonna get Brian, when he comes back from football practice, to switch one of the pots so it can have more room to grow the okra. When I walk through here, I won't be breaking it. You know what I mean? I hope you do. And these are the cucumber seeds that I planted yesterday. They're not up yet, but they will be soon. And these are the Romanian cucumbers that I'm gonna train them to go up this trellis. The watermelon will be coming down pretty soon. Looking good. And this is where I found that pecan tree. The hydrangeas are coming back. And let's walk through here. And while I'm over here, let me just get these little yellow leaves of the okra from too much rain. It happens. See, no sense of hanging on to that. Let's walk over here. Black-eyed peas doing good. Swiss chard and onions doing good. Of course, you guys know I put marigolds in there to repel some insects. Everything is looking good over here. The canna lilies and the Mexican petunias, pecan trees, big tree. We've got these giant sunflowers coming on. Look at this one, guys, way up under the shade cloth. Wow. Let's see if I can get up under there. I'll probably have to put something else here to get this stick to go up even taller. Look how well the tomatoes are clearing up now that I'm getting ready to take them out. This is that giant green tomato that I was telling you guys about. It'll turn a slightly yellowish color here, but it won't get red or orange or any of those colors. Okay, so we've got nice tomatoes over here. Mexican petunias, purslane, echinacea, strawberries. I come out here and eat some strawberries every morning. That one could wait till tomorrow. I moved these hanging baskets over here, and I put 2 over here under the shade. Let me see if I can move this up a little bit higher to make that look a little bit more level. Yeah, that's cool. And my tiny Tim tomatoes in the green stalks are producing well. I got a couple more of those shepherd hooks. And I ordered 2 more of the Keter baskets like these. I've had these guys maybe 10 years. So I know they work real well, and they don't go on sale because they're very popular. They're very durable. So I ordered 2 more for this hook right over here. I haven't decided what I'm going to plant in them yet, but I'll let you know. So that's like a little tour of the garden. The Roma tomatoes over here. Let me go closer. Are getting bigger. Yep. And I've got 2 plants on the patio. Let me go back. Right here. And the lantana over here. A week ago, I put these sweet potatoes inside of this 15-gallon container. And let me just lean over here and show you that I'm going to put some of them in this container right here. So I have 30 gallons. And I told you guys in this weather how quickly these sweet potato vines will grow. And you can see that I wasn't exaggerating. And I'm just going to pinch it off. And I'm going to take the bottom leaves off. And I'm going to take this little solo cup and I'm going to bury it right here. And I'm going to put these slips in here and I'm going to fill it up to about right here with water. Let me get this soil out of here and put one right here. You can see that sweet potato right there. See it? So we move over here and make room for another cup. And then I'll put one right here. And since I got it, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will go ahead on and do 6. That way I can do 3 in each container. So you don't have to watch me do all that. I'm just going to pinch off some slips and root them. Take the bottom leaves off. I'm working with one hand. That's my left hand. And I'll put it in there. And I'm just going to show you one more. It's already rooting. You can put them in just directly into soil too. See, this one will work. So I'm going to leave this one right here. It will make potatoes. Let me see if I can pull up another one. I was trying to be cute and pinch them off, but pulling them up is better. Look at there, guys. I can just put this one right there in the soil. Let me see if I can pull a few more up. Well, I'm taking the whole potato. So that's a good one. As long as it has some roots, that's all you need. Trust me, I've done this a lot of times. I'm going to take this one off. I'll just go ahead for the sake of it, just to prove to you that you can root them this way. I'll just take a few of them and put them in the cups. Then I'll go get my little watering can. And I will fill these up halfway with water. I'm gonna leave this one right here. It's going to grow even more slips. And I haven't even started on these. I may just try to find me some room, guys, and plant more sweet potatoes. Okay, let's take these out. Okay, so right in here, we'll keep growing them. And I'm gonna divide these up. It's got a little root in it, so I think I'll put it in water. This one has a nice sized root. I'll just stick it all the way down in here. And this is where they'll stay. So the ones that are in the cups, rooting, those will go in the soil once they get adequate roots. And the ones that are not in the cups, they'll stay where they are. Let me go get some water. I'll be right back. So I'm just adding some water in all of the cups and the soil. Making sure that the water line comes up high enough so they can root. And that's it. That is it. I'll come back in a few days, a week or so, just depends. And I'll show you how I transplant them. In the meantime, I'm gonna think, where else can I put some sweet potato slips? Okay, I found out where I'm gonna put these sweet potato slips. I have room over here. These are 25-gallon containers. These sunflowers are going to come out. I was saving them for seeds. Yeah, I'll put some slips right over here. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this. I put a lot of effort into this. Guys, it is June 18th. It's currently 95 degrees. We're under a heat advisory. I just came out to put just a little water on my newly planted seeds, and you can see I've got 2 cucumber seeds here. Those are the Bait Alpha cucumbers, and I put just a little water on everything that I just recently planted. And over here you can see that the sweet potato slips that had a little root on them, they're doing well. I watered them real good and made sure I have water in all of the 6 cups. And the sweet potatoes right here and here are still putting on vines. Doesn't take a long time, just a few days, and they'll have enough roots for me to put into the other pots. So I'm going back in because we have a heat advisory, as I said, and it is too hot. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you can share my video to help me reach more subscribers, that would really be a bonus. You guys know that I love you, and God loves you too. Bye now.